Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ATD Movie Channel. We're back with another installment of You Know What's a Good Movie? This is where we discuss older films related to each other in some way. It's a 6 degrees of separation kind of thing. In the last video, we reviewed The Matrix. Today we'll be talking about the 2001 feel-good baseball film starring a band of misfits, Hardball. The connection between the two films should be obvious. Both movies star Keanu Reeves. Let's jump right into it. Most probably don't remember Hardball. In fact, I'd be willing to guess that the majority of the people watching this video don't know about this at all. It's actually a really important film in our country's history, believe it or not, and I'll tell you why in a minute. In the movie, Keanu Reeves is an unemployed degenerate gambler, and in order to pay off his debts, he's forced to coach a Little League team on the south side of Chicago. Throughout the film, we are introduced to various players on the team, and we learn a little bit about their backstories. You really start to fall in love with these kids and realize that they're so much more than the environment around them. This is sort of the Bad News Bears meets Boys in the Hood. The film stars the aforementioned Keanu Reeves, and minus some really awful dialogue in the script, I really like Keanu Reeves in this movie. He's a lovable loser, and I totally bought the connection between him and the kids in the film. Reeves has the best character arc, no doubt. In my personal opinion, it was a believable one too. The movie also stars Diane Lane, who's a teacher at the school where most of the Little League players attend. I wish I could tell you that Diane Lane has an important or impactful role in the film, but she really doesn't. She's just a love interest for Reeves and ends up being really nothing more than a side character. John Hawkes, who would later actually be nominated for an Academy Award, plays Reeves' shady friend Tiki. Yes, the character's name is Tiki. And lastly, future A-list actor and go-to young talent Michael B. Jordan plays Jamal, one of the kids on the team. I think the reason I love this movie is the way in which it explores role models, especially those influencing black young people in a big urban city like Chicago. The movie's really funny, especially the scenes at the beginning of the season where the team is not very good and the kids are going at it all the time. But while the movie is funny, it does show some unflattering stereotypes about single black mothers forced to raise their kids in the urban areas of Chicago. But it also explores how important a male role model is in a young man's life, regardless of color. And speaking from personal experience, it was the positive role models in my life that led me to be a good person and pushed me to be successful in my career. It's this exploration of positive influence that has me revisiting the film over and over. And a quick side note, the movie showcases a great soundtrack that I remember buying just after I watched the movie. It's highlighted by the inspirational ballad by R. Kelly, The Storm Is Over.
The storm is over. And I can see the sunshine.
Earlier I mentioned that this is a very important film in our country's history. The movie was released on Friday, September 14th, 2001, just 3 days after the 9/11 terrorist attacks in New York. The country was obviously in shock. I myself remember being angry, sad, and depressed for days following the attacks. And as I have done most of my life, I retreated to the theater for an escape. During the most uncertain time of our lives, we went to a place that we all knew and we all felt safe, the cinema. Hardball and its feel-good story was the exact kind of medicine America needed following the worst terrorist attack in the country's history. The movie made $40 million at the box office, but more impressively, it held on to the #1 spot for 2 weeks and had a 16-week theatrical run, much longer than your average film. While the movie was disliked by critics around the country, garnering a 39% score on Rotten Tomatoes, I personally revisit the movie about once a year. And this is by no means a perfect movie, not even close, but you know what? It was the movie that America needed while it was in mourning and coping with what had just happened. So, have you seen Hardball recently? Did you see it following the tragic events of 9/11? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be notified of content uploaded regularly. You can find other installments of this series on the channel as well. And hey, you know what's a good movie? Hardball. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.